What is up, you guys? It's just Ryan and Maze here, and today's episode is going to be retail horror stories. So I suppose I will start off the horror experience that I experience this on the daily. Pretty much every time I show up to work, I hear this saying. I thought this was X below. I'm like, no, not anymore. It's not. Back in the day, it used to be probably X number of price and under, but now everything is more expensive. And we hear that constantly over and over and over again. So one time I was at the register working, and a customer calls me over, and she says, "This is $5.55." So that's not a question. That is a statement. So I look at her. So I'm like, "What do you want? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to raise the price, lower the price for you? What are you wanting?" So she says again, "This is $5.55." I thought it was supposed to be $5 because this is X and under. I'm like, no, not anymore. Everything's changed. And then she gets disgusted. She gets pissed off at me. She was like, "So how high can everything go now since it's not $5?" I'm like, "Well, everything can go up to as high as $30 at this store. And trust me, I'm with you, lady. I'm upset just as much as you are. Because I have to hear you and everyone else that shows up at this store say the same exact thing over and over again. And the company knows that it's an issue. They make it a game to say, oh, if X amount of people say the same, you'll get something. So they know customers aren't happy, but they don't care. And
And then
don't
the survey questions.
the survey questions. So we have survey questions at our store. Were you greeted today? Was your experience was your checkout experience good? Even though it's looks like and works and functions as a self checkout, but they still want us to ring everybody up. Even though it's a self checkout, I get customers that say, "I thought this was a self checkout." No, it's not, lady. But then you get the opposite. Do I have to do this myself? No, that's why I'm standing here, because you don't have to do it yourself. But the company doesn't know what it wants to do. If it wants to be a self checkout, but still have all the freaking registers open, even though I'm by myself, or they want a an assisted checkout. The company is trying to do anything and everything to just make the experience shitty. Because all these stupid survey questions we
What is
get,
up, you guys?
we get
It's just
graded
Ryan
on.
and Maze.
Whoa!
And
Whoa.
welcome back to our.
Cancel that. Anywho, that's my rant for now. Your turn, Maze.
Yeah, no, working in retail sucks. Like, I think that probably the most annoying thing is the fact that everything's locked up. So it's just, it makes the job so much more complicated. When you're sitting there
Right.
trying to do 10, 15 things as it is already, I have to obviously help all of the customers that come to the register.
Right. Yeah.
But then, like, people, they see that I'm with someone already. And then they cut over towards the register and they're like, "Oh, could you please open up this cabinet for me so that I can get, whatever I need?" Because everything's locked up. I think, like, deodorant's locked up, medicine and vitamins are locked up.
And because the stupid people aren't at the front doing their job, they have to come all the way to the back to look for somebody for help. And it ends up being you.
Me. It's me. It's always me. Because, no, because it's true. Because they have the little button. And the button is supposed to summon whoever is at the front store to actually, do something.
Right.
But of course they get impatient. They don't want to wait. And God only knows what the front's doing, because I'm sure there's people at that register too. But who knows? I don't know. Not me. I'm in the back. So it's just very frustrating, very annoying.
And then don't get me
But
started
apparently
about
that's
the
the only
cords.
way. What cords? Oh, your cords.
Cords. Anyway, continue.
But yeah. Yeah. It sucks. Because that's apparently the only way to keep people from stealing. Is to lock everything up. But locking everything up just adds more work onto my plate. And I'm already doing, like, a lot. So I don't need to do that. Plus, then we have to get the modules done. Freaking, they dumped, like, 10 more on us. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to do that, plus all my tasks, that I'm regularly scheduled with, plus helping the customer, plus talking about, because it's unfortunate that there's other policies that are interfering. Our own policies are getting in the way.
And it doesn't help that your boss is the worst boss in the world. Very degrading to everybody.
Yeah, he sucks, but it is what it is.
That's just what you
I'll
get
get out
at
of there
retail.
soon.
That's what you get at retail. Not only do you gotta deal with the customers, you gotta deal with the idiot bosses that don't know what they're doing.
Also, really angry coworkers. That doesn't help either.
Coworkers that should be fired because they lash out at all the customers. I mean, can you blame him though? These customers
hates the system. He hates everything, and he's just, oh god. Like, everyone gets really tense around him because he's just always under his breath, cursing, talking about maybe customers, or just like how the phones are broken or something's broken, and he's like on the verge of just banging everything, and we're all kind of walking on eggshells. Very stressful. Everything's just very tense in my environment personally.
Right. So what would you recommend to the people watching that they should do in that situation?
Quit.
Yeah? Just end up quitting?
That's my recommendation.
That is also my recommendation.
It's eventually, it's going to be my option as well. I will be leaving. Don't know when.
Yes. But the goal is to say screw all these corporate places and leave. That is the goal.
Yep. That's what we're trying to do. But yeah, for now, just kind of sifting through the shit.
Yep. Sift through the shit, find the gold, and we will leave you with that bit of nugget of information. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like.
No, wait. No, wait. Hold on.
Oh, we got one more.
No. I want to know their retail horror stories. I want to know if you guys worked in retail. What was the worst thing that happened to you guys? Like, or maybe even as a customer. Who knows? Maybe you got treated really bad. Because I like I said, I have a very angry coworker, and I'm sure other people have dealt with really angry employees that kind of just took a nice old dump on top of them. So yeah, tell us your horror stories. Comment and let us know, and we'll talk about them next time.
Yes, and then hopefully if the music doesn't get copyrighted, even though it says free, you will see this video. That's another
Maybe.
rant for another day.
Ah, yes.
So if you want this to become a series, or want us to keep doing it, where we just rant about things that are stupid in life, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know your horror stories, and we will see you in the next video.